Okay. I don't know if I want to wear my hair like out like this or if I want to wear it up. Put it in a bun. And I can put it in a bun. But yeah, okay. So I told y'all in my latest video that I was going to come on here and I was not going to gatekeep about love. Ooh. Don't we love it? Don't we love it? Don't we want it so bad? We want it so bad in this generation because of how much we think we lack love. We are seeing so many relationships we are having these podcasts with these people with men versus women, and I'm sorry to say I understand there are podcasts out there with white women and white men talking about it and doing things like that, but I see such an influx, and of course society wants me to see an influx of black people doing it, but black people have always been and this tug of war of verses, and it doesn't need to be that. So first, I want you all to understand this complex that there is no verses, okay? Men versus women, that's crazy. That is crazy. I want you to think about that. Man versus woman, that's crazy. So first, think about that as that. So that's crazy. And I understand that you may have been hurt by a woman or a man or whomever. You may have been hurt. But in order to truly accept the love that God has right now for you, you got to kill every story about who hurt you. I understand I've been through the hurt too. Come on. I'm human too. I'm a woman and I love love. So of course I done been hurt 20 million times. But at the end of the day, you are hurt due to the past true root of that. And that's probably either embedded in the relationship with your dad, your mom, your both, your caregiver, whomever. The way that you showed up in this world is showing you how you view love. If you think love is toxic, then the world will show you toxicity. The world will show you that love is toxic. But I started doing this thing where I started becoming love, right? So that means that even if I see a person who triggers that, that little thing, we think those are butterflies, but those aren't butterflies. Those are nervousness because your body is triggering to you that we've been here already before and don't go down that path, but you still go down that path. But what thing about it is you're trying to make them fit into your world, right? I'm trying to make everybody fit into your world when some people are meant to just come and show you what your world is reflecting out, what your world is, what you're showing up as in the world. And some people are just meant to do that. And when you go and you have this idea, especially as us women, we have this idea of this man, this ideal partner, this fairy tale man, this Prince Charming. And then we see a man who fits no, he don't fit that. And so we try to mold him and make him. And I want to say that this is not unconditional love, right? So you have to scratch that you got to save him. You don't got to save him, but all you're meant to do is to be your authentic self. That's what you're meant to be. So as you're showing up in the world in your authenticity, in your true self, naturally you're going to bring in people who need that version of you, right? And not every person that is coming into your life is going to be your husband. I had to learn it. I'm sorry, babies. I got to learn it. Not every man that comes into your life is your husband. He ain't. He's coming to show you what you still are showing up as in the world. So let's bunk that right now. Let's sit with that. Let's know that man probably showing up because you still probably think that toxicity is okay. You probably still showing up as a toxic version of yourself. And there's nothing wrong with being like that because you need to be like that in order to get to your true divine essence. You got to be like that, baby. It's okay. And you're never going to be fully healed. You are not. I'm sorry to tell y'all may be striving for this like completely healed version of yourself, but you are meant to exist as the essence of God in a physical form. So God's going to need you to sometimes show up as your unhealed self because that is going to help somebody else heal. Not every day you're going to be all rainbows and butterflies because I understand that idea, you may meet somebody who just triggers you to be an unhealed version of yourself. So that is a mirror back to you, that there's still parts of me that still, I get triggered by, that I'm still working on, I'm still working through. And when you meet that counterpart who is, who you want to do life with and who you want to grow and evolve with, for as long as you both shall live, then you sign up to know that I'm going to take the good and the bad. I'm going to take the ups and the downs, the light and the dark, as long as it is not a detriment to me. So you have to truly rework this idea of what love means to you. And how I started to do that was understanding that toxicity always seems fun in the beginning because you used to it. So yes, you gonna get the butterflies in the beginning because you used to it. You used to the cat and mouse. So don't go for the cat and mouse. But what I had to do to not go for the cat and mouse is I had to look in myself. I could not just I couldn't do that going for the cat and mouse game because you look good, baby, and I want you. So I'm gonna play the cat and mouse game. But what I did was start to understand why I felt the need to chase. Who was I really chasing? I had the daddy wound and things like that. So I always felt like I had to chase. I always had to get you. And that was so deeply rooted in my core that I had to let it go. And I had to tell myself that every single time that I was doing it, you're not chasing that man. Yeah, he fine, but you're not chasing him. Yeah, you think you want him, but that's not who you're chasing. Because somebody who wants you ain't gotta run from it. You ain't gonna run. Why do you want a man that is making you chase him? Come on now. That ain't the man for you. That ain't the man that's choosing you. You want to be chosen so bad, but yet you ain't allowing yourself to be chosen. Come on now. You the chosen one. Why you out here trying to go out there and choose for yourself? No. You the chosen one. You are going to get chose, okay? This picker season. So make sure that you out here allowing yourself to be picked. And you can't get picked if you showing up as a version of yourself that you don't want to be. And that is the whole idea when they talk about manifesting love and things like that you're still showing up as a version that's going to get that version of that guy, because he's showing up to show you how you're showing up. So if you're still showing up in toxic ways, and I think that sometimes we think that like, well, I'm not toxic like that, but you're still toxic. But you're still showing up like this. You're still damaged. You're still wearing your hurt. And I was watching a video yesterday with, I think he was like a streamer and the girl from Vine. And he was like, you wear your hurt, I hide mine. And she was like, well, I'm an open book. But I was that type of person too. I was wearing my hurt. So if I'm wearing my hurt energetically, then men who know that were coming to me. So they're like, okay, you wearing your hurt. I'm going to show you how you're wearing your hurt. I'm going to do exactly what you're telling me to do. You're trying to change people who are meant to be in your life to just show you how you're showing up. If you say that you really want this love, but you're not even accepting the love that is coming in your way. Like, you're not even accepting that. You're chasing after the men that was never meant to show you that. And as women, we have to understand that in order to take our power back and to put more feminine energy into this world, because we're out here and we hosting a rally and we're doing all of this, no offense, but at the end of the day, you're not walking in the true divine feminine that you are, because you're still not loving men. Men are supposed to get the softness from you. You're meant to be the feminine energy. Be the feminine energy. Be the spiritual. Be the light. That's what you're meant to be. Be the light. You're the most connected to the spiritual world as that feminine energy. And it's not saying that men can't do it, but that's what you are implementing in these men. The feminine energy. The world got enough masculinity and it's toxic out here. It is toxic masculine energy. We don't need no more of that. And what we're seeing is broken feminine energy and damaged and weakened feminine energy out here switching to this masculine energy that still is damaged because you're looking from the lens of toxic masculinity. You're still being toxic in a masculine way now. Your feminine energy, she gone, she shot out. And you switched it to go to the other energy that you can pull from, and it's masculine energy that is still damaged and toxic because we are in a toxic masculinity world. So stop doing that. What you're meant to do is to be the true essence of that feminine energy, and y'all need each other. We need these men. I'm not finna sit here and be like, I don't need no man. Stop playing with me. I love you. Come on now. Sexy ass. Come on. I love you.